Me and Frank is talking about everything happening to us around the world, from marketing to strategy to pop culture to everything that's happening around technology, democratizing access, how people are feeling, how people are reacting. More importantly, how marketing is applying all of these changes, trying to understand them, and weave them around to sell brands, sell products. Try to connect to people. I think that's what being frank is about. We need to talk about what those arenas are, what those spaces are, what the gaps are, what the challenges are. And the truth is, we don't really know everything, but we can have a control of it if we first understand ourselves, who we are. And I think that's what a lot of us don't really want to talk about. It's almost like the mirror is being turned back to us. And you get to look at yourself and you get to ask yourself honestly, who's staring at the screen? Who's this person looking with his beard, with his hair, with his tint of smile? Is this really me? I thought I looked cuter, smarter, not as handsome as I thought people said I was in the mirrors. And the mirrors start becoming something you probably don't even want to look at all the time. It becomes like a black mirror, but it's just telling you the truth, a reflection of who you are really inside. Can we do that in marketing? When we develop strategy, can we actually apply that human truth in what we're developing to say, this is the real insight I'm getting from resolving this problem? And if we can unpack all of those things, can we get to a place, a space where we say, this is the real thing happening around us and this is how I'm going to respond to it? So we want to remove all the fluff, we want to remove all the cutting boards, we want to remove all the sugary niceties, all the things people think we should say, and just be. And that's just being frank. My name is Franklin Ozekhome, and I call myself a pop culture strategist. And the question again is, what is pop culture? Why would you call yourself a pop culture strategist? I've heard people being called marketing strategists, brand strategists, even product strategists. What's pop culture strategist? It's because I love trends and I've been analyzing it a lot, especially in the African market. And I believe everything we do around us starts off with having cultural context, just being who we are, the way we live our lives, the values we ascribe to, the beliefs that we subject ourselves to. And I think it starts right from sun up to sundown. When you wake up, the first thing you do, the rituals that you keep, how long you spend in the mirror, the kind of text you send, who you want to converse with, how you dress up, how you eat, how you show up, the way you go from home to work and back, the kind of things you indulge in. Everything around us, we're involved with one aspect of culture, whether you like it or not. It could be the kind of music you read, the movies you watch, the social media platforms you connect to, even the way you laugh, how loud you laugh, how boisterous you are, the signature tune when you pour a drink into your glass, how long you hold your coffee, the amount of sugar you put into it. Everything around is amplified by popular culture amplification. Everything affects the way you read, the kind of music you want to listen to, even the way you smile. So I regard myself as a pop culture star because I try to understand those things, look at the dots, and try to amplify by bringing in some accent of culture into everything we do. And ultimately, it makes marketing much more attractive. Beyond attention, marketing should be attractive, something you want to gravitate towards to, not something you always have to make noise about. And that's just been the truth. So how do we amplify pop culture if we don't even regard it as one of the key means to life? So that is what my specialty is. And I've been working advertising for almost 20 years. Yes, 20 years doesn't look it, but I've been in the industry for a while. Right out of school, I started at Media Reach, moved on to S1E1, and spent a long time at Inside Publicis, at the Publicis Group chain. And I moved on from strategy manager to group head to working closely with planners, thinkers, media analysts, strategists across different groups, multimedia clients, over a long period of time. Some of my clients include PepsiCo, MTN, British Council, British Airways. I've done everything from FMCG to fintech, from travel to automobile, and in the process worked with some of the most brilliant minds in the world, and I won tons of awards in the process. And sometimes people get to say, do you even have time to rest? What do you get to do? How do you enjoy yourself? And I said, the work I do is my own hobby. It's what I love getting up to. That's why I love talking about it. That's why I like sharing about it. And if that's the case, someone also asks, why haven't you done podcasts in a while? Why haven't you seen talking about, sharing about this? Because it's not really my nature. I don't really like to be in front of a camera. Even what I'm doing right now, it's taking a lot, trying to do. But sometimes you also have to follow the trend, and if that's the means to which you can share knowledge, then you have to do that. I have a newsletter called Advertising Humans, where I share perspectives on LinkedIn. I also run a strategy school called Pop Culture Varsity, where within a 12-month calendar, I talk, lecture, mentor over 100 students with some of the best minds in the faculty. I also act as Dean of Studies and facilitator of trend strategy and consumer insight at Orange Academy, and I'm a guest speaker at various platforms, entities, conferences, where I get to rub minds, and I think it's also avenues for me to also learn myself. So being frank, it's the culmination of my experience where I'm coming to share my perspective on what I think is going on around us, but with a bias towards strategy, culture, marketing, and technology. My own views, my own perspectives. We're going to remove all the fluffy words, all the data points, all the big jargons. I just want to share to you, me to you, man to man, human to human, what is going on, my perspective around it, and let's just have a conversation. Let it be natural without any pontification. And I think we are at that crossroad in time where we need to become practical and realist to sharing, to taking advice and wisdom from one another, and then see how we can apply to real life. Because no matter the amount of books you've read, no matter the amount of the posts you've shared on a social media platform, we still have to navigate reality around us. And in this part of the world, looking at the economy, looking at the infrastructure we're faced with, looking at the kind of people we have to deal with, looking at the systems we have in place, what I do, what I learn has to be applied more differently than I would if I was in Ghana or in Amsterdam or in London. And that's the truth of it, and that's what we really have to know. So no matter what is going on around us, no matter how much we call ourselves global citizens, there's still a practical ambience to what we do every single day. And what I want to share is that practical ambience to what we do every single day of our lives. And that's just being frank.